So this afternoon, I would like to discuss the idea that life is a game. And I'm not here to convince you that this is the truth. If somehow you've found this video or found this idea, then you already know it to be true. What I want to discuss is now what? Because it's so easy to fall back asleep. And I do. I think we as humans do. There's a comfort in the roboticism, having a schedule, having, things to do, letting the mind run without controlling it. If most of you are like me, you've spent, the majority of your life letting the mind do whatever it wanted to do. But then there comes a day when you wake up and you realize that you're not your mind, that you're not your body, that you're not your emotion. And that you can control your mind. You can direct it. That your mind, the voice in your head, isn't you. That you're the listener, right? And many spiritual teachers have, taught this. So again, I'm not here to convince anyone that it's true or not. So the big question now is, now what? How do you beat the game? And you can't. It isn't a game that was meant to be beat. It was a game that was created to be played. So the question is how does one play the game well? How does one live well? Once you've woken up, that what you see is your creation, and that many people, most people that you encounter, are asleep. How do you exist in this reality, knowing that and being happy and enjoying life, without judgment, without fighting with the robots, because they drag you in, well. And that's part of the game. That's part of its complexity. But to live well, to enjoy the game, one must first find the I am. And there's many different ways, mechanisms and teachers to do that. And I have found them, and that is why I am here. But I am not them, and I will let them be them. And I am not going to try and recreate what they have already done. My contribution to the story is to start building an army of one. So we can live well, so we can be in a better timeline together, where we're healthy and where we're happy, where we're winning the war against climate change and injustice and poverty. So what we must do is what I am currently doing is your true north. Once you find the I am, ask yourself, what is it that resonates? What activities in this reality, resonate with you the most? For me, it's easy. Farming, aquaculture, fishing. I raise chickens, I raise rabbits, I garden, and doing those things, but most importantly, having some sort of product that I can then gift away. I like to cook, and the joy of cooking is in cooking for someone else. The joy of raising rabbits is being able to gift away a beautiful rabbit pelt, to gift away a rabbit foot keychain, to smoke a rabbit and have people here at the cabin to try it, and hopefully enjoy it. And so for me, living sustainably, going to the river and, meditating and reading and writing and being in nature right now is, what resonates with me the most. And by doing that, I get clarity, and I feel better. And that's what it's about. It's about feeling better. It's about having fun, right? And so if you find yourself waking up and feeling lost because you keep falling asleep again, you're suffering from depression or anxiety, or you're suffering from physical or mental health issues, and you see what's wrong with the world, and you don't know how to change it, and you see people around you as complacent, as not caring, as so full of themselves that they don't see you. If you feel that way, you're in the right place. And what to do next is, as I said, find what resonates with you. And the analogy that works best for me is that think of time as an ocean, right? Think of the present as yourself at the helm of a ship, moving through the ocean of time. And the wake of the boat, right, as the ship cuts through time, the wake is the past. So there's a misconception that we have, but the truth of the matter is that the present, the everlasting present, is causing the past. The past is not causing the present. And so, as you're at the helm of the ship, look towards the horizon, towards the future that you want. What is it that resonates with you? And do that in the present. If you're suffering from depression or anxiety and you know the things that you like to do, you know the things that you're good at, but you're just paralyzed. It takes a while, but in the present, just do those things that you enjoy doing and that you're good at doing, right? And don't worry about finances. The money will come if you do what it is that you like to do. So the trap is when you're at the helm of the ship, we often think about a negative future or the negative things that happened in the past. And if you're constantly thinking of a future where things go wrong, in the apocalyptic sense, or in the sense that, in the next meeting I have to go to for work, I know that this is going to happen, and if that happens, I'm going to respond in this way, If you find yourself doing that, as we all do as humans, stop. Put on the horizon the things that you want to see. For me, they're abundance, right? Financial security. I think most importantly, health, mental health, physical health for me and my family. I put that on the horizon. These general themes. And I move towards that. I put on the horizon a better reality for all of us. A reality where these apocalyptic scenarios aren't occurring, anymore. And there has been a sea change recently, because I think many people are doing this. But the trap is also, looking at the past, right? And so if you're constantly looking at the wake, right? These things happened to me. She said that, this happened, and you focus on that, right? And so what you do from the helm of the ship is you're constantly turning into that wake, creating more and more chaos. You're really going in circles, and you're seeing the same cycles happen, right? And it's just because of your focus, right? You are creating that same reality. So if you're there, and I think most of us are or have been, every day when you can, every moment when you can. Blur your eyes from the wake around you and look towards the horizon. And it takes time, there's a delay, but the more you do it, the better reality you create. The more abundance you see, the more health you see, the less apocalyptic scenarios you see, right? And that is you. You are doing that because you are the protagonist of the story. Just as I'm the protagonist of my story, you are the protagonist of yours. Right? God could have chosen any reality to experience, and he chose yours for a reason. Right? So just be your authentic self. Do the things that resonate. And you will make mistakes. But don't focus on them. Learn from them. And try to make them less often, right? And when you start to see that it is working, come find me. And join my army.